While Mexico is often remembered for its neutrality during much of World War II, the country's eventual declaration of war on the Axis powers in 1942 marked a turning point in its role in the global conflict. This decision was largely provoked by a series of attacks on Mexican oil tankers by German submarines, an episode frequently overlooked in popular histories, but critical in shaping Mexico's wartime policies and contributions. Mexico's initial neutrality. At the outbreak of World War II, Mexico sought to maintain a neutral stance, focusing on internal development and avoiding entanglement in the distant conflict. The government prioritized economic growth and political stability. Mexico's position in the Americas and strong ties with the United States placed it within the broader context of hemispheric security. Nevertheless, Mexico supported the Allies diplomatically and economically through trade and resources. The importance of Mexican oil. Mexico was a significant oil producer by the early 1940s, exporting crude oil vital to the Allied war effort. The oil industry fueled military operations and industrial production, especially in the United States. Mexican oil tankers played a key role in transporting this resource along the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic. Protecting these shipments became increasingly important as German U-boats targeted Allied supply lines. The attacks on Mexican tankers. In May 1942, German submarines attacked two Mexican oil tankers, the Potrero del Llano and the Faja de Oro. Both tankers were sunk in the Gulf of Mexico while transporting oil to the United States. These attacks resulted in the loss of crew members and cargo, provoking national outrage. The incidents highlighted the reach of German naval warfare and the vulnerability of Mexican shipping. Mexico's declaration of war. In response to the attacks, Mexico declared war on the Axis powers on May 22, 1942. This marked Mexico's official entry into World War II as an allied nation. The government mobilized resources to support the war, including expanding industrial production and participating in hemispheric defense. Mexico strengthened military cooperation with the United States, including training and intelligence sharing. Military and economic contributions. Following the declaration, Mexico made several notable contributions. The creation of the Escuadron 201, the Mexican Air Force squadron that fought alongside U.S. forces in the Pacific, increased production and export of oil and raw materials essential for Allied operations, participation in the Bracero program, supplying labor to support the U.S. agricultural and industrial sectors, legacy and recognition. Mexico's wartime role is often underappreciated, yet it had significant implications. The attacks on Mexican tankers underscored the global nature of the conflict, reaching even neutral nations. Mexico's alliance with the Allies helped secure the Western Hemisphere from Axis influence. The war accelerated Mexico's modernization and international engagement in the post-war era. The forgotten attacks on Mexican oil tankers in 1942 were a catalyst that transformed Mexico from a neutral observer to an active participant in World War II. Mexico's declaration of war on the Axis powers not only protected its vital economic interests, but also demonstrated its commitment to the Allied cause. This episode highlights Mexico's crucial, though often overlooked, role in the global struggle against fascism.